Hey everybody, it's Justin from Built, and this is the brand new xTool P2S. I threw a little S sticker in the front just so we could tell the difference because it looks exactly like my existing xTool P2. The P2 has been hailed as the best desktop CO2 laser in the industry. It's definitely one of my favorite machines. I have every single xTool laser, and I would say probably 99% of the time I'm using the P2 or my F1 Ultra these days. They are the top of the line machines for the xTool brand. But rather than just sitting on their laurels, they decided that they wanted to do some upgrades. So this is an iterative addition, meaning that this machine sells really well, it's highly rated, they don't see a lot of problems with it, so they've listened to customer feedback and their own things that they wanted to tackle and decided to make this one better. I like that because it shows that this machine is going to be in xTool's lineup for quite a while. They could have come out with a whole new thing, but instead they just chose to do an upgrade here. So what we're going to do in this video is tackle all of these upgrades. We're going to take a look at everything in depth. We're going to run some tests, especially on the fans, because I want to see, for a lot of people, the fan is a little bit of an issue. So I want to see if they tackled that with this one. And then, of course, we'll do some engravings and see the differences today on Built. On my existing P2, these are the vents to the exhaust, and I cleaned this yesterday, but even after cleaning it, it's still fairly dirty over here. These, you really have to get in with maybe like a toothbrush or a wire brush in order to be able to clean well inside of it. On the new P2S, we have these mesh covers over our vents that have magnetic trim around the outside, so it's really easy for me to just take them off and put them back on. This enables me to soak these or to just put them in an easier to access location to be able to clean things rather than cleaning it inside of the machine. And of course, since these are just magnets being held on here, it would be really easy to swap these out with a DIY project type of item, or even replacements at some point from xTool, I'm sure. On the P2, you need to clean your mirrors every single day. And so typically what you're doing is you're taking your fingernail and taking the mirror off that way. It is better than a lot of other machines, I do have to say that, but it could definitely use some improvement. On the P2S, we now have a bar attached to the back of the mirror, and this makes it so much easier. I don't have to pry with my fingernail. I can just grab it and pull it out and hold this bar. So this gives me a nice stable thing to hold on to while I'm cleaning off my mirror. It also means I don't have to be grabbing around the edges so that I'm risking touching the mirror itself. And it also has these nice indents so that I have precise placement back into the machine again every single time. This will save me some headache. On the back of the P2, we have a 4-pin connector and an air hose line. And then over at the other side, we have our inlet for our exhaust hose. Now, I removed the existing 3-inch exhaust hose port, and that's because I run 4-inch hose throughout my shop on my system, and it actually goes over to a pretty beefy 6-inch inline hose. So I don't want to go from a 3-inch to a 6-inch, so I 3D printed an adapter for the old P2. Now, whenever I want to clean this one, obviously I need to go and remove the 4 screws with this cover right here so that I can get inside and clean it out. Something to note on the back of the P2S is the addition of 2 accessory ports, as well as a USB port that is for your locking key. This USB key is used to keep others from being able to use your machine. If you pull this out of the machine, then no one will be able to operate it until it's reinserted. There's also a 4-pin and an airline hose as well. Over at the exhaust, we now have this button here, so we have a lot of convenience in that we are able to fully remove the fans, and so I can get in here and clean a little bit. I can actually physically touch those mesh nets up at the front. We then have our module, and our module has an easy to lift out top. There we go. So we now have 2 fans, not 1, but 2 inside here. And so these are more powerful fans, and there's 2 of them. So we should have a lot more suction power built into this machine. We're going to test this because I'm interested to know how much more we have. And then, of course, we're able to easily clean around on the inside of this. This creates a little bit of a problem for me, to be honest, because I don't know how I'm going to mod this out to take it up to a 4-inch hose. I can obviously put an adapter right here, but I'm still bottlenecked as soon as we go in here, whereas on the other one, it was pretty wide open, so I was able to get that airflow. This isn't a concern for somebody who's putting the machine next to a window. Having a 3-inch hose run to a window 2 feet away, it's not a big deal. But in my case, I have long run hoses for my machines to expel the smoke, and so I need that diameter in order to get good airflow. So we're going to play with that too in this video. Something you can't see is the new dual cylinder air pump, and what that does is push the air down this hose into the air nozzle, and we are upgrading from 150 kPa to 200 kPa, so that's 33% more pressure going into this nozzle. It also has 100% better air stability, so what we should be getting from this is cleaner engravings and deeper cuts. I just ran 3 smoke tests to test out the new dual fans in this P2S. And so first I ran it through my system without my inline fan running. That's 15 feet of 4-inch hose, and I did not smell smoke outside of the unit while it ran. When I opened up the unit afterwards, I did still smell smoke in the unit afterwards, but that's very acceptable. That's pretty impressive that it was able to push it out that far. Then I tested it with just running it underneath my garage door. This is just a 3-foot length with the included 3-inch hose. In that instance, I did not smell anything as well, but I did still smell stuff inside of the unit after it was done. Lastly, I ran it back through my system again with my huge inline fan, and I didn't smell anything even after I lifted open the lid. So an inline fan will get you a little bit more to, let's say, 100%. Without it, we're probably at about 90% efficiency now with the 2 inline fans, and for most people, that's going to be good enough. Here we have the cut test, and you will see a very large difference between the P2S and the P2. Here, we were able to get cuts all the way at 64 MMS, where we were only able to get a few cuts at 37 MMS here. That might not seem like a gigantic difference, but if you really look at the numbers, you're pretty much getting twice the speed in your cut, which is phenomenal. And in particular, too, you're typically going to go 1 or 2 back in this section, so I would be able to run it at 64 and 70 or 80 power, where over here, you typically don't want to run your CO2 laser up at 100%, so this puts us in risky territory. You might want to drop down here, or perhaps somewhere around like 25, for example. Now, there's something that I did not check yet, so I'm going to just do it live with you right now, and that was flipping it over. You'll see that I have some fully solid circles right here, and so I'm going to bet, without using a tool, just my finger, I was able to pop 3 of these out right there, and they are clean. Now, as we all know using these machines, right, let's check, negative, and definitely not right there. So, as we all know from these machines, we typically don't want to have to push it out. We want it to simply fall out so that it's a very clean cut. But this actually does bring up the point that we are able to do it at 90 MMS. That's almost 3 times what this is capable of doing. So perhaps somewhere in between 2 and 3 times the speed is somewhere where we could fall and achieve positive results with this. Next up, I have an engraving test. I did this with the P2S, and then this is the P2. You'll notice that these are actually a lot darker with a lot more soot on the outside of the material, and that is actually because we went much deeper at the exact same settings than we did over here. So more material removal equals more material on the outside of the wood here. So what we will also see is that the depth is much deeper in this than over here. What I used was a depth gauge. So this will measure the depth of something really, really precisely. And what I was able to achieve was at 100% power, 600 speed on the P2S, I got 0.4 millimeters in depth, where over here at the exact same settings, I got 0.32 millimeters in depth. So you're looking at about almost a 1/4 increase there in depth. So that's pretty good as well. Again, what this and the cut test is showing is that we're able to achieve the same results at a faster and possibly lower speed as well with the new P2S because of the enhanced airflow of the improved pump. We're going to test the 3D engraving right now. So I cut this little dip into this piece of wood. It's about 1/4 of an inch dip here. So we're going to engrave across the top, and we're going to see if there's any change in the engraving color, depth, quality as we go across this dip. To set up the 3D engraving on the computer, it wants me to, using the arrows, move the laser, and it is projecting a small red dot down from the laser head. It wants me to move it to where the wood starts, wherever we're going to process. So we're going to start it here. We're going to hit mark. And then we're going to move it across the wood. There we go. And then we are going to move it to the other side of our dip here. Cool. Hit mark. And now on the computer, I hit next, and it shows my grid here. It's going to go ahead and measure. That was very quick and easy, really not that much to do on my part, except for just selecting 2 points. And then on the computer, you can see a 3D map of the wood, and you can even see that it's not even a perfect curve. I just kind of roughly made it on the saw really quick. So we're going to say done. And now this is my area where I can make things. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick something like a monkey face. And we're going to do a couple monkey faces all the way across. Okay, here's our 3 little monkeys sitting on a log here. As you can see, even across the curve, there is no difference in the score. If this had been another laser engraver, there would have been a difference. Even, you know, I had it at 50% power, so that's not even that crazy. I think this works really well, and it was very, very simple for me to set up. My final thoughts on the P2S. There are a lot of quality of life upgrades here. So we have a faster dual fan back here. So for some people, you will not need an inline fan anymore. We are now easily able to clean our mirrors on here, and you should be cleaning your machine every single day. A lot of people don't. So the easier we make that, the better, the more likely you are to do it. So that's definitely a good thing too. 3D engraving is cool. I don't use it a lot, but you know, maybe you might. So that's a fun thing for a lot of people there. The batch processing on this one, I got an early review unit, early review software. I can get like 90% of the way through the software, but I can't complete it yet. So it will be working for everybody else when you purchase the machine, and I will put it in my next video that I do with the P2 so I can show it off, but I couldn't show it off in this video. What I can tell you, a little fun tidbit about that is very important to a lot of people. When I reviewed the F1 Ultra, I was one of the first people who did the reviews on that, and I was the only person who said that it does the batch processing up in the cloud. And there were a lot of angry voices at that, because usually xTool is only local on your own computer. So some people, they do not like their information going up to the cloud. Well, that has been solved with this one. So when you do batch processing with this, you have the option to either send it to the cloud or click a button or keep it local on your computer. So those people will be very happy with that one. The big thing is that the increased powered air pump that is now supplying a lot more air pressure to the nozzle, that is creating a much deeper engraving, deeper cut, cleaner engraving, without increasing the wattage of the laser, and that's pretty huge. In fact, when I did my tests, seeing that I'm doing up to 2.5-ish times what my existing P2 was doing, that's huge. So if you are a mass production type of person, if you have multiple machines, you're cranking out business left and right, you're definitely upgrading to the new one, hands down, because twice as much equals twice as much money, twice as much business. So that makes total sense to me. If you're a typical consumer, crafter, you know, somebody who's not doing high volume, you're still probably good with your P2. Up to you, of course. But the value here is for the people who are really cranking out projects all the time. This is an invaluable upgrade. Now, xTool did have a program out right now with $1,000 off this one. It's only good until September 24th. I tried to get this video out as quick as I could, so by the time this goes out, there might only be 2 days left in that sale. But if you have a P2 and you're going to upgrade to the P2S, you can use that code. I'll put it down in the description below, and you get $1,000 off. That's pretty good. Otherwise, I have my affiliate links down in the description too. If you want to click on those, if you got good content from this video, it'll give me a little commission. I always appreciate that. And I hope you will click the like and subscribe button because I try my best. So I hope you'll do that for me. I appreciate it very much. As always, I want you to stay safe in the shop, and I'll see you in the next one.